Hey guys, Coach Justin here with your at-home workout of the day for Monday, April 26th. Our prep for today, we're going to start with 8 reps on each side of an ankle grab with a hinge, followed by 8 reps on each side of an Egyptian shoulder twist, and finally 10 Kang squats. So our ankle grab and hinge, you're going to start with your feet together, grab onto your ankle, stretch out your quad, bring your knees back together, and then hinge and reach forward with your opposite arm as you pull that back ankle up and towards the ceiling, stretch out the quad and hip flexor. Come on back up to standing. If you can keep your balance, try to do so and repeat. Outstretch, come on back. So you're gonna do 8 consecutive reps on one side and then 8 on the other side. Next, our Egyptian shoulder twist. You're gonna have your arms straight out to the side and externally rotate one shoulder and internally rotate the other and face towards the externally rotated shoulder. And really focus on driving that shoulder outwards and this one upwards. And then as you change the rotation in the arms, change the direction of your gaze and make sure you're working both shoulders here. Okay, not only the side that we're facing, but also the side we're not facing to go through that full range of motion on each side. So 8 reps on each side or 16 in total. And finally 10 Kang squats. You're gonna interlock your fingers. Place your hands behind your head, feet are going to be hip width apart. We're going to start by performing a good morning. So push the hips back, chest falls down, soft bend through the knees, but your knees are not traveling forward. And then from here, you're going to bring your hips down nice and low into a squat and come on back upright. So good morning, squat, back up. All right, so you're going to do that for 10 reps. Go back to the top, repeat those 3 movements for 3 rounds. And that's your prep for today. All right, our strength for today, we've got 10 reps of reverse Nordics, followed by 8 reps on each side of a side lying press, and finally 20 dumbbell glute bridges. So our reverse Nordics, you're gonna want a cushion, a pad, a pillow, something like that to kneel on. You're gonna have your toes pointing away from you, so not tucked underneath you. Kneel up tall, squeeze your butt, brace your core. From here, we're going to fall backwards. Okay, only start with a limited range of motion at the beginning. Okay, still maintaining my straight line from my head to my knees, and then driving my feet through the ground, extending at the knees to come back up. Okay, so I'm just playing around here, experimenting on my range of motion, and as I get comfortable, I'm gonna get lower and lower. But I want you guys to think about this as a knee extension, except we're reversed, right? In a knee extension, our legs are what's moving. In this reverse Nordic, the rest of our body is moving. So reach down as you get comfortable. You'll get lower and lower and lower, and this is a great exercise for strengthening of the quads. So we're gonna do that for 10 reps, but take it easy in terms of how deep you're gonna take each repetition and only go deeper as you feel comfortable with it. All right, next we're gonna do 8 reps on each side of a side lying press. So you're gonna lay yourself on the ground on your side and then bring your top leg way across to bring your hips on top of each other and your shoulders on top of each other. So we're not opened up and performing a twisted chest press. We're closed here. So we're pressing straight up away from our lower shoulder. All right, shoulders stacked on top of each other. Bring the dumbbell down as far as your range of motion allows you to. Press back up, stacked up. The dumbbell is over top of my right shoulder and my left shoulder in a straight line. And back down and repeat. All right, so you're gonna perform 8 reps there. Switch over to the other side and perform 8 reps on the other side. And finally, our dumbbell glute bridges. So we're gonna lay ourselves on the ground on our back, hold our dumbbell at our hip crease. Here like this. Feet are flat on the ground, knees are bent, brace up through the core, deep breath in. Bridge your hips up towards the sky. Come back down without touching your butt to the ground, without touching your hips to the ground. Come on back up. So we're staying under tension the whole time today. All right, and make sure to maintain that tight core brace so you don't arch through the lower back with each bridge repetition. You're gonna go through that for 20 reps. All right, once you're done that, you're gonna go back to the top to the reverse Nordics. We're gonna go through all those 3 movements for 4 sets, and that's your strength for today. All right, our Metcon for today, we've got a 12-minute AMRAP, as many rounds and reps as possible in 12 minutes of 20 dumbbell deadlifts and 40 skips or jacks. So our dumbbell deadlift, You're gonna start with a dumbbell standing upright on the ground, get over top of it, feet are hip width on either side of the dumbbell, and then you're gonna hinge through the hips, hips back, chest falls, to reach down to the dumbbell. Spine is straight, core is braced up nice and tight. Drive your feet through the ground, stand the dumbbell up, extend your knees and hips. Hips and shoulders are behind the dumbbell at the very top, and then back down, touch the ground lightly, come on back up, and repeat. I want you guys to focus on feeling this stretch through the back of the hamstrings and the glutes, and not in the lower back as you're performing this move. Now, if the ground is too far for your biomechanics to reach comfortably, just prop it up on a stack of books or anything that elevates the dumbbell up, and you can perform the rep to that object. All right, and we're gonna pair that up with 40 skips or jacks. So if you've got a skipping rope, you're gonna perform 40 single skips or 40 double skips, or jacks, you can perform a traditional jumping jack, hands overhead, jump out. Or if you wanna make it a little bit tougher, you can do a dumbbell jack. Recommended to do a little bit of a lighter weight if you have options, but feet start underneath you, dumbbell starts at your collarbone. Jump out, press the dumbbell up overhead, back down, and repeat. All right. Another option might be to do 1 round jumping jacks, 1 round dumbbell jacks, because 40 dumbbell jacks would get a little bit tough towards the end of 12 minutes. But in any case, you're gonna alternate between 20 and 40 reps of those two movements for 12 minutes, as many rounds and reps as possible, and that's your Metcon for today.